Hello everybody. I wanted to show you a way of making a little bit more controlled Natashas that would be Halloween themed. And for this I chose three colors. Of course, they are colors of Halloween: white, black, and orange. And also I'm going to be adding some metal leaf, but that is it. You can choose the violet instead of orange, but I just thought that this is a good way of doing stuff. So let's start. First of all, what I need a little bit of white and a little bit of black, and I am going to make a twisted string. So first go to a bowl, make sure that you don't have any folding lines on it, and then just simply start making it thinner. You don't want it to be too thin, but you don't want it to be too thick either. It all depends on how you decide. And when I say Natasha beads, I don't mean just beads. You can of course make pendants and earrings and stuff like that. And all you need to do is remember that your final thing will be twice the thickness of your separate black and or white. Yeah, I'm doing it this way because somebody asked me if I can show how to do these strings without using an acrylic block, because they did not have an acrylic block. So practically what you do, you go to the thickness a little bit higher than the one you desire, and then you slowly go backwards. It's not going to be as even as the one done with the acrylic block, but it will still be even enough. And this is for the ones of you who do not have an acrylic block or an extruder. So my black is done. Let me do the white. Hi Kalyana. And I'm gonna go with the white. Yeah, I should have started with the white and then do the black, because obviously my hands are a little bit contaminated by the black, but it's okay because at the end of the day nobody will notice. Okay, so here I am good enough. So I'm going to start doing the going backwards thing. Until I get it to be the same thickness as my black. And you can see when you're doing this, you can see where you have areas of clay that's thicker than the rest. And the last pass. And I'm almost there. And I do not I suggest you do not use any other white except for this. Alrighty, so let me straighten it. There we go. Hi, Sharon. And then we start twisting. And you will want your twist to be fairly tight. And you will see here in a minute why. But I'll tell you why. It's because what we are trying to do with this twist is to imitate the checkerboard. That, because of Tim Burton, has become a staple in Halloween stuff. Even if it has absolutely no connection with any Halloween, you know, like the classic Halloween things. And then we are going to do the whole thing in a little bit more controlled way. And I'm trying to do them to be kind of even all over the place. And at this point, I can just flatten the whole thing. Again, I am not using the acrylic block at all. It's easier to do this with the acrylic block, but I just wanted to show you that it can be done without an acrylic block. So there we go. Now I'm going to keep one as is. So I'm cutting it in 2, 3, and then one of them is going to go actually this is longer. See, I'm trying to get it kind of not on the same. Kind of black on black and white on white. And there we are. And there we go. So I got these two. Then my next thing will be, I'm going to grab some metal leaf. It's not gold leaf, it's all kinds of colors. And as you can see, if you have the regular gold leaf, just go ahead and use it. And it doesn't have to be absolutely covering everything, just sparsely intersperse it. I thought that this would do a much better color combination than regular gold. Okay, I have a big piece there that if I pull out is going to overflow my. I personally love the variegated metal leaf. I think it just gives such gorgeous, because it's actually the effect we are trying to obtain when we use alcohol inks on silver or gold leaf. It's just, and yes, there are quite a few in my Amazon influencers shop if you want to get yourself some variegated metal leaf. And I need to stop saying F near my jar. For obvious blowing reasons. Okay, this should be good. So not a lot, though. You don't have to use a whole bunch of it. And I have finally Finnegan started having zoomies and stuff. It's been pretty rough on the little body, losing Connor. He's been hollering all over the house and crying and all that. Okay, so I have this, and then I'm going to take a piece of orange and then grab a little bit of black. It doesn't have to be all nice and squarish and everything. And I'm going to get the black on a very thin. Just get the extra away. And on one side I'm going to give it more. So this is pretty much it. And then I'm going to wrap this, but I'm going to give it some of this twist. And there we go. We cut the extra off. And of course you can make as much of this as you want. You don't have to make a bigger or a smaller. I'm just pressing to get it better together. And then I'm going to twist it once. I need it a little bit longer than this. Okay, so look at the little ridges here to see the amount of twisting. You don't want it too darn twisted, but you don't want no twisting at all either. Okay, so just to show you the differences. And one of them I'm going to twist even more. Thin it out a little. And cut it in 4. This would be one of them. And get it into a round and give it 2 twists. That's it. We are going to prepare it for Natashaing. And I forgot last week, I forgot to switch my Ozempic to Tuesday instead of Wednesday, so today is the first day I'm actually functioning. Yeah, I should be okay by mid-October at the latest, so we'll see how that works. Okay, I have one of them, and then the second one, I'm going to cut it in 2, get it together, twist once, and that's it, and then round up, and then again prepare it for cutting. I went through my channels statuses and analytics and all of that, and I did notice that most people like it when my lives are more informative and shorter. So this is what I'm going to aim for from now on. Not keep you on for an hour long, but give you something that is shorter but more informative. Okay, so now it depends on how wide and how thick you want your thing to be. And I'm going to keep the ends for actual beads, while the main part of the thing will be for pendants or earrings, whatever you decide to make out of them. Okay, so this will be the bead, this will be the pendant. Which side is the most? This will be the bead, this will be the pendant. So let's go ahead with the bead. The bead needs to be, thank you Wanda, the bead needs to be squarish in section. So another one and another one. I have actually 2 tutorials out there that show you how to make. One is with a regular Natasha bead, and the other one is I think it's 7 ways of making Natasha beads. So if you want to look more into this whole Natasha bead thing, you just go on my channel and you use the search function and search Natasha. So what I'm going to do now is pinch and pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull, and then press on the opposite sides and just gently round it. And do your bead. And the same for this one. I'm making it square-ish. This one I'm going to leave a squarish. So again, cross cut, grab like this, turn on one side, you got your symmetrical pattern, and then on the side where you have another cut, turn it like this to get another symmetrical thing, and the same on the other side. Turn to get your symmetrical thing, and then the one in the back will be symmetrical as well. So all you need to do is to I'm showing you two ways of doing these Natasha ones. Of course, at this point, if you have an acrylic just use that one to flatten the bead out. So there we go, two Natasha, four ways Natasha beads, and now let's go for the actual. And remember, I explained before, but if you've never seen my my tutorials about Natasha beads, you need to work your slab until you get half of the width you want and twice the thickness. So I am pretty much there with this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. And there we go, one of them. And you can leave it squarish like this, or you can use an actual. So this was the twice wrapped, or you can just give it a cut. And there we go. This one didn't want to leave the, and I didn't cut it straight in the middle. It will look much better once it's baked, and you can actually resin it, because like this you cannot see the metal leaf properly. Oh, actually, look at this. That's a lady. That's a face, isn't it? Like a face with a line down the middle. And always with the Natasha beads, use the burnishing with a wax paper, because otherwise you'll have that line down the middle that doesn't look very pretty at all. So And if you want to do something that's even more, I'm sorry. I hope you're getting better. Did you watch a lot of stuff? Okay, it's still not long enough. If you want to get more effects, use pearlescence, both for the both for the orange and, oops, of course I have to drop stuff, both for the orange and the white. So there you go. There's a, and let me cut this to size. And we have two. And two different types of. So as you can see, they are, you can of course, instead of using this, and as I'm looking at it right now, I didn't do it before with in black and I didn't realize, but you can put this in the orange instead of in the black. It will look much better. So let's try another thing with this in the orange. And give it one here. And this one I'm not going to even bother with a metal leaf because I'm just curious how it's going to look. That's not good. Do you have floaters or it's just blurry? It sounds like a visual migraine aura. And again, I'm going to try with one of them as is. And one of them doubled up. But I know my visual migraines are like a zigzag of prismatic colors. Yeah. When did you get your eyes checked last? Because I don't think it's the sugar. It might be hypertension, eye hypertension. Let's get this one regular. So let's see how this came up. This looks like a pumpkin and a face. Looks better than on black. So this was the double and the single. Looks like some kind of also face, but I don't know. The whole idea is that, excuse me, when you do Halloween themed Natashas, you don't want to go too intricate, too many twists, because it's not going to look, you're gonna lose the whole themed thing. But using just three plain colors, it's going to give the whole Halloweenish vibe. And this is pretty much it. It's not a lot of stuff about it. It's fairly controlled. They will be brighter. I am out of orange, so this is something I made. But with a regular orange it should look proper. And if you want more effects, you can make orange pearlescent by mixing gold with some sunset pearl. And when I'm saying gold, I'm saying the 18 karat gold. If you don't have 18 karat, just mix regular gold with a little bit of white pearl and then with the sunset, and see how that comes up. If it's not orange bright enough, you can add just a pinch of cadmium red, and then you can go ahead and use that, because you'll get some nice mica shifts when you're doing all this. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it and you'll try some Halloween themed Natashas, because making Natashas is always fun, as you never know what's going to come up, right? Okay, yeah, I'm lucky in that I only have the visual migraine. I don't have the headache, but apparently I'm having an allergy fit right now. So thank you so much, and I will see you next Sunday, and wish me luck with the Ozempic, because if I manage to get used, I'll be back on track normally. But until then, it's very hard. I know that I've been trying to finish stuff, and I've been trying, but when you're tired and sleepy all the time, I mean, I swear the first 2 days after my Ozempic shot, I sleep 14 hours at least out of 24, and it's not something I have control over. It's really narcoleptic type. So thank you and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye.